Hey, welcome to a new video. Drones equipped with video cameras have been around since the 1980s. Drones can open areas where it's dangerous, but it's also regularly used to capture beautiful images from above. However, there's been times when a drone has captured something scary on camera.
Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video.
Number 30. Sanmenxia is an ancient underground cave city in China, located in the northern part of the Henan province. The city was built during the Northern Wei dynasty and served as a military stronghold during the Sui and Tang dynasties. The city consists of a network of underground tunnels and chambers that are carved out. It's estimated that the city could accommodate up to 10,000 people. What this drone shows is an area of more than 62 square miles, or 100,000 square meters, built in the shape of an eagle. One of the most interesting features of this place is the defensive measures that were built into the design of the city. The city has a series of traps and secret passages designed to thwart intruders. For example, the city has a large stone that hangs above one of the gates. If an enemy army attempted to enter the city, the stone would be dropped, crushing the army and blocking the entrance.
Number 29.
If you were to walk through Croker, Virginia in the United States and came across the next area of large statues, you would think you have just landed on another planet. The total of 43 statues are the former presidents of the United States. Each statue is a whopping 5 to 6 meters tall. As you can see, they're not in the best condition. The statues of Abraham Lincoln and his predecessors look like they came out of a horror movie and have broken heads and crumbled parts of the body. These are the remnants of Virginia's President's Park. When the park closed, sculptor David Adix, who had created the haunting statues, saw his work nearly lost. The giant statues were eventually taken to a 400-acre farm. Would you find it creepy if you suddenly came across these statues? Let me know in the comments.
Number 28.
If you're afraid of snakes, then you would find the following video pretty scary. A YouTuber named Michael Delaney lost control of the GoPro-equipped drone, and it ended up in a pit full of hissing rattlesnakes. Fortunately, he himself didn't fall into the pit, but only his drone that took this unique video footage. The rattlesnakes did not like being filmed because one of them hissed aggressively at the camera. Rattlesnakes can be very poisonous, and it's said that 7,000 to 8,000 people are bitten annually, in just the United States alone. Delaney eventually managed to get the drone back by using a field hockey stick.
Number 27.
UFO sightings have been in the news a lot lately. The following video footage I'm going to show you was filmed by a 59-year-old Army veteran. He saw things flying near his house from time to time, so he grabbed his drone and started filming the area. And after a few attempts, he managed to capture something on camera. An unknown object went by at an incredible speed, and the man was convinced that he had captured a UFO on camera. He reportedly had the video footage examined, and the video was eventually sent to NASA. What happened to the video footage after that, I unfortunately couldn't find. But it's said that the object could have been traveling at speeds of over 6,400 kilometers per hour. Do you think this was a real UFO, and could it have to do with aliens? Or what else could it be?
Number 26.
If you're afraid of clowns, then you better not watch the following video. The clown Pennywise we know from the It movies is scary enough. But this next guy allegedly captured a clown on camera in real life in an empty cornfield. I have no idea what the clown was doing there, but the clown seems to notice the drone at one point as well. The man filming also has no idea what the clown's doing, but he decides to chase him with his drone for a while. And then the clown runs into the woods and disappears. Could this have been someone he knew, or would he have really captured a random clown on camera? And what do you think he was doing in that cornfield?
Number 25.
Uncontacted tribes, also known as isolated peoples, are groups that have little to no contact with the outside world. These tribes often live in remote and inaccessible areas, such as the Amazon rainforest. These drone images depict a tribe of spear-wielding warriors found in Brazil. They live in huts, cover themselves with red body paint, and may come closest to ancient times. Uncontacted tribes in the Amazon region include the Yanomami, Awa, Matsis, and Alçalados do Alto and Vera, the latter of which resides in remote areas along the Alto and Vera River. They're known for their distinctive facial and body paint and their avoidance of contact with outsiders. The exact number and specific identity of the tribes within this group are not fully known. Meanwhile, the Yanomami people inhabit the border areas of Brazil and Venezuela. They're one of the largest uncontacted tribes in the Amazon region, with an estimated population of around 35,000 individuals. The Yanomami tribe has a deep connection to their ancestral land and is known for their unique culture, including their communal life, shamanic practices, and distinct communal houses called Yanos.
Number 24.
Did you know that the FBI has had a file on the legendary Bigfoot since 1976? Whether it's Bigfoot, Sasquatch, or an ape-like creature roaming the rural areas of North America, the world has always had a fascination with these large, furry creatures. Bigfoot is believed to be a giant ape species. In the last 50 years, there's been over 10,000 eyewitness accounts of Bigfoot in North America. While all witness account stories of seeing Bigfoot are usually hard to believe, video footage makes it a lot more reliable. If the following videos to be believed, we should see a 3-meter Bigfoot roaming around here. Do you think this could be Bigfoot? And do you believe Bigfoot exists? Let me know in the comments.
Number 23.
Would you sacrifice a drone if it provided cool video footage? Sam Crossman and the rest of the National Geographic team did just that and decided to film a volcano up close. They let their drone go into the dangerous BARRINGCRATER at the active Vanuatu volcano. And due to the incredible heat of the bubbling lava, the drone unfortunately didn't make it. But they can say that they managed to capture video footage which no one has ever done before. Would you sacrifice your drone to film a good photo or incredible event? Or would you consider that a waste of money?
Number 22.
If you fly a drone over Cannock Chase in Staffordshire, England, chances are you'll get some great shots. The area is full of beautiful hiking and biking trails. However, the next person captured something with his drone that is quite terrifying and supernatural. According to him, it would be a sighting of a ghost child with black eyes. The residents of this area also say that there's a chance that they're being chased by a certain girl with black eyes. It's hard to see on the video footage, but what do you think the drone managed to capture here? For years, people could make reports seeing this figure near the forest. Pretty creepy if you ask me. Could this be a ghost, or what else could it be? Let me know in the comments.
Number 21.
Your drone might survive in a pit of rattlesnakes, but in the following video footage, there's several tigers running after the drone. I couldn't figure out why the tigers were doing this, but it looks like the one has lost his drone. In fact, a group of tigers ran after it and managed to take the drone down. The video footage is said to be from a Siberian tiger resort in China. Although the tigers look a bit fat, they can still run 50 to 65 kilometers per hour. So they managed to bring down the drone, but the video footage remained untouched and looked spectacular. Fortunately, the staff of the resort were able to retrieve the broken drone. Unfortunately, they didn't have to buy a new drone, and drones aren't too cheap.
Number 20.
These archaeologists utilize drones equipped with advanced imaging technology to unearth ancient villages in New Mexico. The drones were equipped with cameras capable of capturing thermal images and other details not easily discernible to the naked eye. By flying the drones over archaeological sites, researchers were able to identify buried structures, ceremonial pits, and other features that provide valuable insights into the history and culture of ancient civilizations. The discoveries made using drones in New Mexico have contributed to a better understanding of the ancient Puebloan society, which thrived in the region approximately 1,000 years ago. When drones flew over the Blue Jay area, they found the following. The drone passed over numerous ant mounds and eventually discovered circular formations in the landscape. The drone passed over numerous ant mounds and eventually discovered circular formations in the landscape. Within hours, a task that could have taken years, the archaeological team could arrive on site and further explore the location. This 1,000-year-old village was first discovered in the 1970s and is now identified with nearly 60 ancestral Puebloan houses, all encircling what was once a large spring.
Number 18.
Amazing drone footage of a bicycle graveyard in China was captured by a man named Wu Guoyong. However, the issue stems from excessive bike production and inadequate demand. The man used his drone to capture more than 15 different locations throughout China, which are now home to thousands of abandoned, damaged, and graffiti-covered bicycles. The rainbow-colored mass graves of these bicycles have become a symbol of the failure of their unsustainable business model, which has recently come under criticism. In an attempt to dominate the market and eliminate competition, bicycle companies flooded cities worldwide with more bikes, more than they could even accommodate. This strategy was implemented in 2017 and resulted in an oversupply of bikes and problems for cities struggling to cope with the excess. The outcome was the bicycle graveyard where discarded bikes lie in poor condition.
Number 17.
UFOs have been a subject of fascination and speculation for many years. Reports of silver spheres or objects with a metallic appearance in the sky are among the sightings often associated with UFO encounters. In these next drone footage, we see a silver sphere flying by at an impossible speed. and when you slow it down, you can see it even more clearly. Witnesses often describe them as spherical objects emitting a metallic or reflective appearance. They're usually reported as highly reflective, with a bright silver or metallic sheen. Additionally, these silver spheres can appear to hover silently or make rapid, unpredictable movements. One striking aspect is their ability to move at extremely high speeds and perform maneuvers that defy the capabilities of conventional aircraft. Witnesses have described these objects as accelerating, decelerating, and abruptly changing direction without any visible form of propulsion. This certainly raises questions about who or what might be controlling these UFOs. Could they be aliens? What do you think?
Number 16.
This man flew his drone over Berkeley Castle, a historic castle in the town of Berkeley in Gloucestershire, England, and spotted a translucent figure. Berkeley Castle dates back to the 11th century and has been the residence of the Berkeley family for over 900 years, making it one of the longest inhabited castles in England. According to the man, he captured a ghostly apparition of a knight who is said to have died and still haunts the castle. The castle is known for its eerie legend and allegedly ghost sightings. A couple of eerie tales include that of the White Lady, said to be the spirit of a former resident, Lady Elise Berkeley, and the other ghost is believed to be a headless knight, presumed to be the spirit of a royalist soldier beheaded during the English Civil War. What do you think when you look at the drone footage? Do you see a spectral figure resembling a soldier walking through the castle courtyard? Let me know in the comments.
Number 15.
Reindeer are highly social animals that often move in groups or herds, but here we witness the unusual behavior of them walking in circular patterns. One reason reindeer might form circles is for protection. In the wild, when faced with wolves or bears, reindeer can instinctively come together in a circular formation, with adults forming an outer ring and juveniles in the center. This arrangement helps deter predators and provides a better chance of detecting them and escaping. Circles of reindeer can also occur during herding. Reindeer herds use various techniques to manage and move their herds, and one of the methods involves creating a circular formation to control the direction and movement of the animals. By encircling the reindeer, herds can lead them in a specific direction or keep them in a particular area. However, at some point, as seen here, you need to break the pattern before they keep walking in the same circle forever.
Number 14.
Surfing can be a lot of fun to do, but there's something you definitely don't want to encounter when you're surfing. You might have guessed it, sharks. Especially when they get close and circle ya. This happened to a 32-year-old surfer from Sydney who wasn't fully aware that he was being stalked in the water near the Australian town of Ballina by one of the most dangerous predators on Earth. According to him, he heard the sound of the shark's tail, looked back, and ignored the sound. But he soon realized he was surrounded by a great white shark. In fact, the shark came so close that it was only a few centimeters away from the surfer. Fortunately, the shark decided to just swim away that day. The bizarre thing is that this was all captured on a drone by someone else. What would you do in this situation? Let me know in the comments.
Number 13.
The Derbyshire police in England recently released drone footage that led to the successful arrest of a criminal. The drone footage captures the moment when Thomas escapes through a rear window in an attempt to evade the officers waiting for him at the front door. He managed to elude the police dogs and jumped over multiple fences, but couldn't escape the police surveillance drone, which recorded his every move. Thanks to the drone's assistance, the police were able to apprehend the man without further incidents. They found him in a neighbor's backyard, where he was hiding and thinking he was clever enough to outsmart the police. Thanks to this drone, Thomas was ultimately sentenced to 2 years and 4 months in prison for possessing illegal substances.
Number 12.
In the enchanting landscapes of Anshun, China, with towering cliffs and rugged terrain, thousands of coffins lie abandoned in caves. In one cave, it's estimated that over 500 stacked coffins are present. According to local legends, ancient tribes known as the Sky Burialists believed that the higher they were buried, the closer they would be to heaven. Thus, the unique tradition of hanging coffins on steep cliff walls was born. It wasn't until the 21st century, with the rise of advanced drone technology, that the full extent of these hanging coffins could be documented. The drone footage revealed an extensive network of coffins, some even stacked vertically, appearing to float in the air. Some historians believe that these aerial burials also served as protection against wild animals and grave robbers.
Number 11.
The ancient Puquio walls in Peru are a remarkable hydraulic engineering feat developed by the ancient Nazca civilization, which thrived in the region between 200 BC and 600 AD. If their name sounds familiar, you probably recognize them from their famous Nazca lines. These people created a network of underground wells called pukyos to access and distribute groundwater in the arid desert landscape. The pukyos are underground channels that capture water from underground sources and bring it to the surface. This construction involved digging long tunnels into the ground, often several feet or meters deep. The tunnels were lined with stones and carefully designed to maintain water flow and prevent debris from entering the system. Ventilation shafts were also built at regular intervals to provide fresh air to the workers and maintain the stability of the tunnels. The network of pukyos was interconnected, allowing water to flow from one well to another. What makes these Nazca wells so mysterious is that we still don't fully understand the techniques they use to build them.
Number 10.
If you fly your drone over roads and train tracks, the last thing you want to encounter is a creepy clown with a red balloon who notices your drone. Whether it's a supernatural, demonic clown like the one from the It movie, or someone dressed as a clown, people still get scared either way. Clowns often have exaggerated features, like heavy makeup, brightly colored costumes, and oversized shoes. These drone images can certainly evoke a sense of unease, and the guys were trying to understand the true intentions of the clown. Clowns conceal their true identity behind their makeup and masks, which can create a sense of unpredictability and can make it difficult to trust them. Clowns are traditionally associated with horror and entertainment, but this has changed a lot in recent years. Seeing this clown spring into action after spotting the drone also certainly raises the fear factor. What do you think this clown was doing here?
Number 9.
During World War II, countless bombs were dropped on cities and villages throughout Europe, including the United Kingdom. However, many of these bombs didn't explode upon impact and remained buried or hidden for decades. This is one of them, discovered during routine work. When an unexploded bomb is found, authorities typically take immediate measures to ensure public safety. In this case, 2,600 houses had to be evacuated so they could safely detonate the bomb. Many people living nearby reported feeling the explosion throughout the city. Some returned to their homes with damaged walls, windows, doors, and roofs. Some houses were even declared uninhabitable. Drone footage captured the terrifying moment when the bomb was intentionally detonated. According to an expert, this explosion left a crater so dramatically large that 3 double-decker buses could have parked there.
Number 8.
Mannequins, looking like lifelike yet lifeless figures, play an interesting role in the consumer-driven world. These human-shaped models serve as indispensable tools for a wide range of people, from merchandisers and fashion designers to filmmakers. Despite their everyday nature, they are at the center of an unusual story in a remote area of Lincolnshire, United Kingdom. English YouTuber Tom Scott captured approximately 25,000 mannequin figures with his drone on the Mannequin property. Mannequin is a unique project that revitalizes worn mannequin arms, legs, and torsos. It looks pretty eerie and strange to see so many mannequins all at once, don't you think?
Number 7.
The forest fires in Portugal in 2017 were devastating and primarily occurred in the central part of the country, particularly in the municipality of Pedrógão Grande. They began on June 17, 2017, and raged for several days, resulting in significant loss of life and widespread destruction. The fires were fueled by a combination of extremely high temperatures, low humidity, and strong winds, creating ideal conditions for the rapid spread of flames. Drone footage captured the aftermath of the event, with cars, houses, and several villages completely engulfed. The speed and intensity of the fires also made it difficult for authorities to evacuate residents in time, and the scale of devastation was enormous. Thousands of hectares of forest, farmland, and residential areas were destroyed, leaving a landscape of scorched trees and ashes.
Number 6.
The Ukrainian town of Pripyat, which has now become a ghost town, is home to the worst nuclear disaster of all time. On April 25, 1986, a reactor at the nuclear power plant exploded, releasing radioactive materials into the area. The government tried to evacuate as many people living near the town as possible. A total of 335,000 people had to leave their homes, and a 30-kilometer wide restricted zone was formed, where people were not allowed to go. In the following drone footage, we can see what Pripyat looks like decades later. There's an eerie atmosphere around the abandoned buildings, the hospitals, the school, but mainly the playgrounds with the toys left behind.
Number 5.
A blind man named Richard from Connecticut was located by the police using a drone after he got lost in the woods at night in freezing temperatures. The 62-year-old man was reported missing on a Saturday morning by his brother after the family couldn't reach him. Neighbors confirmed that he hadn't been seen since Friday at 10 a.m., prompting the Enfield Police Department to investigate his disappearance. After looking into his previous behavior, the police department concluded that he had likely become disoriented and walked away from his home. Due to concerns about hypothermia, the police department enlisted the help of a drone pilot for the search. After a 30-minute search, the man was found hidden from sight, only 328 feet or 100 meters into the woods. The drone footage shows the rescue team bringing a stretcher through the woods to the spot where he was concealed. Fortunately, he was rescued fairly quickly, and let's hope he's doing well now.
Number 4.
Kuwait grapples with the world's largest tire graveyard that has accumulated in the Arhia area over the past 2 decades. The graveyard contains 50 million tires, posing environmental and health risks. In recent years, several fires have broken out in the tire landfills, causing severe pollution and health problems for nearby communities. The Kuwaiti government has taken measures to get rid of the tires, including exporting 5 million used tires and establishing 5 factories to cut, recycle, and export these tires. Authorities have also allocated a 1,243 square mile or 2 million square meter area in Salmi for the establishment of tire recycling factories. However, experts have criticized the government's efforts, saying they're insufficient to address the challenge posed by the massive number of tires. In August 2021, a drone video captured thousands of burning tires. The fire produced a thick black smoke plume visible from afar, alarming nearby residents about the potential health risks. Firefighters worked diligently to isolate the fire from the rest of the tires, containing it to an area of 656 square feet, or 200 square meters.
Number 3.
The KAPILIKAYA rock tomb is an ancient tomb located in Kirkdom, about 17 miles or 27 kilometers north of Çorum in Turkey. The tomb dates back to the Hellenistic period and is estimated to have been built in the 2nd century BC. It's carved into a rocky and steep terrain formed by fissures in the rift valleys created by a river. The tomb has a cubic shape, and the inscription Ikesios can be found on the tomb's door. However, the origin and meaning of this word is still a mystery. Visiting this mountain tomb takes an adventurous spirit, as it's located in almost an inaccessible location. However, drone footage has been captured of the tomb that showcases how otherworldly it looks. The video highlights the beauty and impressive architecture of the tomb from an aerial perspective. It also provides a unique view of the tomb that is not easily accessible from the ground, emphasizing the intricate details of the tomb's construction and the surrounding landscape. Believe it or not, this tomb was discovered by chance in 1996 by a shepherd who stumbled upon the tomb while grazing a sheep.
Number 2.
The Mexican Ministry of Defense announced some time ago that soldiers had discovered an enormous marijuana plantation. This plantation was nearly 120 hectares, or 300 acres in size, and was located in Baja California desert. It was said to be the largest known plantation in Mexico, 4 times larger than the second largest field discovered in the northern state of Chihuahua in 1984. The plants were protected under black cloths and were supported by an advanced irrigation system. Some of the plants were several feet or meters tall, and it also included wooden outbuildings likely for caretakers. Typically, these fields are destroyed by soldiers who chop down and burn the plants, but this discovery was incredible. It suggests that marijuana is still a significant trade for Mexican cartels, although it's unclear how much of their revenue comes from this source. However, the discovery wasn't made using a drone. It was discovered by soldiers on patrol. Nevertheless, the military that went to investigate and take down the plantation did have drones with them, and you can see how extensive and vast the plantation was. This happened in the year 2015, the same year when tunnels between the US and Mexico were found, attributed to the infamous cartel leader El Chapo.
Number 1.
Impact craters occur on all celestial bodies in our solar system, from small asteroids to large planets like Earth. Barringer Crater is located near the city of Winslow, on Route 66 in Arizona, United States. It's the first crater confirmed to have been caused by an extraterrestrial impact, and it has a diameter of approximately 0.62 miles, or 1 kilometer. The crater is relatively young, and is estimated to be about 50,000 years old. Despite its relatively young age, the crater has been known since the late 19th century. Drone footage captured the immense size of the crater and allows you to get a closer look at it. However, there was a debate about whether the crater was caused by an impact or was related to the nearby volcanic area. It wasn't until the 1960s when high-pressure forms of quartz were identified in the rocks, along with meteorite fragments found nearby that scientists identified as originating from outside of Earth. Besides its scientific significance, this crater has also been featured in numerous films and TV shows, including Star Trek, The Next Generation, and The X-Files. You can also visit the area as it's become a popular tourist attraction. and even has a visitor center providing info about the crater's formation and scientific significance. Would you like to fly a drone sometime, and what would you want to film? Let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.